Today we're introducing Session Replay at Rollbar. This is a great new product and a great new way for you to help find and fix errors even faster. Once you've logged onto Rollbar, you will see a brand new menu item called Replays. Now let's go ahead and run through a practical example of how you would use Session Replay. So I'm going to go ahead and load this application. Now in this application, I'm going to go ahead and manage a subscription flow. So the user is going to go ahead and they want to go ahead and add a payment method to their existing subscription. They go ahead and add a payment card over here. Now, if they're going to go ahead and press the Add Payment Method, once they press that button, an error appears. Now, this is hard for a user to go ahead and send a screenshot because they're not sure what happened. But again, we don't want our users to do that. We want to use Rollbar to identify these problems in real time so we can go ahead and fix them before the customer even has time to report them. So once I go into my Rollbar UI and I go ahead and load this item, you can now see in the list view, the top item is brand new with a little icon that showcases that this JavaScript error has a session replay. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this item so we can see what the error was. Now, again, you can still see how often this error is happening. I can still see what deployment this was part of. I have all the rich data I'm used to with my Rollbar account, including the line of code and the actual error that was thrown. But if I scroll down a bit, you now have a visual view of how this error happened. So here we can see the user as we just went through the payment method. And you can also see that Rollbar now allows you to hide sensitive data in session recording, so you can choose what data is displayed or hidden for security purposes. And there you can see what the user experienced in real time. We can see all the items and steps they performed in getting this error. Now this makes Session Replay real additional tool that developers now have in their tool belt to help solve errors even faster. So how do we set this up? If you've got the Rollbar JavaScript SDK installed today, it is very, very simple. Go ahead and get the latest Rollbar Beta 3.0 Beta 1. You can use the npm install, or if you're using a CDN, you can go ahead and grab it from our CDN URL as shown in the documentation. All you need to do is add this piece of code to your JavaScript config. And what it is part of a recorder object, and you'll say enable true. Now we have various options that you can enable on top of that. So not only enable true or false, but you can pick how this works for your application. You can also decide when you want to record errors with sessions and when not. Maybe you only want to record sessions for critical items and errors and not for warnings, debug, or info. You can do so with our trigger configuration. We also allow you, as I've mentioned, to go ahead and sample this data as well as hide certain PII data or sensitive data. Now we hope you go ahead and have a look at our Session Replay Beta, sign up today, and let us know if you like to start solving errors without a blindfold.